Hey, Father Taylor here on yet another rainy day. It's Thursday, March 7th, and here's your weekly eBlast. There are a lot of events coming up, and so I'm just going to talk about the next couple of weeks that you know that we have Holy Week coming up and all of our Holy Week services. But just a couple of comments and what's coming up over the next couple of weeks. First of all, so thanks for everyone who came out to Evensong. We had over 100 people there. Many folks were not from our church. It becomes a way of inviting people who generally don't go to church to come out. They came out perhaps for the music, perhaps because the music and it's sort of a religious event to them. There's all kinds of motivations for people to come, but they get to come and they get to hear the scriptures and they get to hear the gospel. So great job by Paula and the choir. They put a lot of work into that. So thank you for all your efforts there. And thank you for everyone who invited a friend to come. That picked up a real demographic, folks that look like generally like our church age folks. And so we're always trying to be interested in how do we come up with other demographics of events that can attract and help some folks who are younger to hear the gospel. So that's what our mission is. Our mission is not just to have a fun church. Our mission is that we are disciples of Jesus who are becoming more like him in the way we think and respond, our capacity for love. And through us, God does his mission of bringing people into life, into life. And so all of the events we do in the church are really inviting events and part of the way that you are involved in God's mission. So great job on Evensong, and hopefully we can continue the inviting on the upcoming events. That being said, here's I believe the order they come in. So first of all, this Friday, 6:30, all new thing we've never done before. We have the series, The Chosen, is going to be shown up in the hall. 6:30 is you bring some food. Perhaps people will order food once they get there, but it's about an hour and a half. And the show, The Chosen, of all the depictions I've seen of Jesus on the screen, this one to me, I don't know what it is about it, but this one really connects with me in a ways the others, maybe not, maybe didn't. So it's a great way to see how just all of the stuff you hear in the Gospels, Jesus is speaking it very naturally, talking to people, and you see the interaction. It's very powerful, and it's very well done too. It's not just some kind of like hokey kind of a put together thing. No, it's really well done. So you can't miss. So come give it a try. Invite a friend to come out to church with you. And 6:30 Friday up in the hall. That's The Chosen. Remember that on the first Friday of the month, we are trying to engineer and put together a time of worship. It's an evolving idea. We have some things that I'm not going to announce yet until I get some solid confirmations for some other folks, but something we do on First Friday just to come and worship the Lord. There's lots of great music and just good conversations too. Okay, but this Friday on the 8th, The Chosen upstairs, 6:30. All right, coming next week is the first of two Vesper services. So the Vesper service is, sort of like evening prayer, not as complex and long for sure as Evensong, but think of it as a relatively short, like 45-minute time of worship that is very powerful, very quiet, just really well done. That's led by Deacon Denise. Ask anyone who went before, like the last year. Very powerful service. That is in the sanctuary at 6 p.m. on the 13th, which is next. It's a week from last night, so it's on Wednesday the 13th. Coming up following the week, there will be another one. So there's two Vesper services, the 13th and 20th. Also next week at the 20th, at I think the same time, is the Palm Cross, what they call the Palm Cross Workshop, where Bill Pascucci gets a bunch of pizza. People go upstairs. Great for kids, really easy for kids. They get up there and he shows you how to fold palms. And you know that not only do we give away palms at church, but Bill has a whole slew of clients it gets through over at the Toyland there, at the toy store there on 10202, that people come in there to get palms every year, something that he's begun. So Palm Workshop, 20th, same time as Vespers. So kids can go upstairs. If you want to do Vespers, that's at the same time. So the 20th. So those two events coming up. Remember that our Holy Week is exceptional. What I mean is, it's somewhat unique from all the churches that provide things during the pre-Easter season. We have some really great churches in the area, from Valley Baptist, the folks at Valley Brook, Wintonberry Baptist. Father Stephen at St. Mary's is a really solid guy. We have some great churches in the area. But we have perhaps the most personal. But first of all, at the Baptist guys, they don't do Holy Week the way we do. So they don't have like a walk-in where you're going to be in a Maundy, Thursday dinner, which really is going to make you feel a lot like it did when on the night that Jesus was betrayed. They're not going to walk through that. They're not going to have a Holy Good Friday service, which includes those readings and texts with just enough light to read them, and the powerful stuff that goes on Good Friday. If you haven't been to Good Friday in a couple of years, you got to make sure you put that on the calendar to come out for Good Friday. So they're not going to do that. They're not going to have a service of light, which is our shortened version of the Easter Vigil. They're going to have Easter, but these are very personal worship events that are really kind of geared for helping people to walk in and experience all the stuff that went on as Jesus was getting ready for the cross. So because of that, I believe that they are some of the most powerful church events you can invite a friend to. I would say in the Farmington Valley, almost everybody has heard of Jesus. And I would say that unequivocally that most people don't understand what Jesus was really about or what the message from God in Jesus is. They don't know, they don't understand that. And they've rejected perhaps church, but not necessarily Jesus. And I believe that like if you're going to invite someone to an event, Maundy, Thursday is a very personal one. It's got really hands-on. Good Friday is a short one. And the vigil also is short, but these are powerful events that are really helpful for our devotional life and our discipleship, but can be very powerful for your friends. And this is what our mission is about. And so I would just make sure, pray about, Lord, who could I invite? Who might be interested in coming to this? Who might I invite to come? Even if you invite somebody and they say, thank you for inviting, but I'm not going to be able to go, or thank you, but no. That's almost a way of just saying God is reaching out to you and just giving you this. So remember, it's not just about our own personal life. It's God through us, and what the church offers is a way to invite people into that experience. They might come to know him. So anyway, Sunday we got Breakfast Alpha. We're continuing to work through the NT Wright series and the great conversations we're having. This is also the crunch time for your personal disciplines, because the first couple of weeks we kind of get into it, and usually about now, we've almost forgotten that we made a commitment. This is the time to restart your personal commitments. If you haven't, you still do so. Take a look at the videos we have on those on the disciplines we're talking about this year. So God bless you, and may the Lord walk with you, may make you aware of his presence, and help you to be part of the mission that he has given to you by your baptism. So God bless you, and we will hopefully see you this weekend.